Antoinette Valenzuela, your proud principal. Yo soy Antoinette Valenzuela, su directora. I would like to introduce our amazing leadership team.
Hi, Ravens. My name is Jenna Bloodworth. I'm principal of Buildings and Grounds and Special Education.
My name is Ben Garcia. I am your assistant principal for curriculum and instruction.
And I am your assistant principal for student success. My name is Thomas Piper.
I'm Jen Blea, and I'm your Dean of Restorative Practices.
I'm Crystal Reed, your Dean of School Culture.
But the dress code will be the same. As you guys are getting ready for your school day, I would like to remind you to make sure that you are dressed appropriately. The same dress code applies to boys and girls, which means all we are asking is that you are covered from here to here, down to here, which means we basically don't want to see cleavage, a large amount of chestal area. Chestal's a word. We don't want to see any back end. We don't want to see too much cleavage, those kinds of things. A part of your dress code is also going to be your mask. This is now written into the APS handbook. A mask is required to come to school. If you're at home, of course, if you're in your bedroom by yourself, you don't need to be wearing it. But at school you will, so the mask needs to be worn just like this, up and over your ears and over your mouth and over your nose, and even tied back just like that, okay? The hats that you're allowed to wear are going to be your Rio Grande hats. We do not allow professional sports teams, even at home on virtual cameras. The same rules apply. So please make sure that you are wearing either your stylish Rio Grande hat, which we have plenty to buy, or you are wearing a hat with no logo on it that is inappropriate. If you have any questions, go ahead and check out your student handbook, which will have all the information for dress code available.
Hey, Roxy, can I wear my mask like this?
Hi, Rocky. Can I wear my mask like this?
Hey, Rocky, can I wear my mask like this?
Hey, Roxy, can I wear my mask like this?
Hey, Ravens, can we wear our masks like this?
Good morning, Ravens. This is Jennifer Blea, and I'm here with my co-dean.
Hi, everyone. I'm Crystal Reed.
And we're going to talk to you about our student safety agreement and the mask accountability process so that when you come back to school, you are ready to be here and you are as safe as possible. So let's get started. So everyone that's returning to campus will need to sign something called the Student Safety Agreement. It's a Google form, and it only needs to be submitted one time. So once you fill it out, if you do it today during your first period class, you're done for the rest of the school year. You won't need to submit it again. And your first period teacher will be giving you the link to the form at the end of this video. It does explain our expectations for all Ravens regarding COVID safety, masks and face coverings while you're on campus and any APS facility, social distancing expectations, and traffic flow and room capacity, because we need to make sure we're trying to the best extent possible following the same way directions. We're not crossing one another's path. Okay, so when you sign that student safety agreement, it also talks about expectations for technology. When you are on campus, you are expected to bring your Chromebook. If you have an APS Chromebook, that would be best. If you're using a personal Chromebook or a personal device, that's fine as well. We would recommend that you get an APS Chromebook because it's easier to connect with our network, and we don't want anything to happen to your personal computer, lost, stolen, broken. So if you need to do that, you can get an APS Chromebook, but it needs to come with you every day, and it needs to be charged. You need to bring your charging cord, and you need to bring your headphones. Please make sure that you put that on your checklist every morning. You need all those things in addition to your masks. Okay, I'm going to go into the actual student safety agreement so you can see what it looks like, and we're going to go through each question so you're all prepared to fill it out. Give me just 1 second. Okay, so this is the actual form. It's pretty simple. You're going to write your first name, your last name, and your student ID. This next statement is really important because it does explain why it's so important for us to wear masks at school. It says, I agree to the following safety expectations and procedures with respect to the COVID-19 pandemic and the APS reentry plan. The wearing of a face covering protects me and others around me with regard to transmitting the virus and is a sign of respect for my peers, teachers, and staff. Okay, just remember, when you're following these directions and expectations, you're demonstrating to everyone around you that you respect them and you care about their safety. Okay? So you will need to agree to each one of these options. You'll need to bring a face covering with you every day and all of your technology. If you forget, we will have to contact guardians just to help remind you that this is the expectation for school. If you forget a mask, we will have masks available, but make yourself a checklist, put it right by your door, next to your cell phone, whatever you bring with you every day so you won't forget. We are going to talk about, and Ms. Reed's going to go over appropriate mask wearing and what is appropriate on campus and what is not appropriate on campus. Face shields are not going to be allowed in place of a mask. If you feel more comfortable having your mask and a face shield, that's fine, but it can't be one or the other. You can either do a mask and a face shield or just a mask. And your mask should be school appropriate. If it's something that you wouldn't be allowed to wear on a t-shirt, it shouldn't be on your mask. When we're eating and drinking, you're going to be either outside or in designated areas. Please make sure you have a water bottle with you every day. The only time that you'll be able to drink water is through that water bottle. Our water fountains are no longer allowing us to get a sip just to fill up a bottle. So make sure you have that water bottle with you. And follow all the directions around school. There's lots of new signs up. There's lots of arrows. We just want to try and find one-way traffic and not sit in areas where we're trying to social distance. Really important. It's important that you make sure that you're feeling great every day. If you're sick, we want to ask you, are you feeling sick today? Are you possibly being exposed, or have you been exposed to someone who could have COVID? Do you think that you should stay home? If you're feeling even a little sick, we'd rather you be safe than sorry. Stay home until you're feeling better. We are requiring that all students and staff wear their ID. Since everyone's going to be wearing masks, it's a safety concern if you don't have one. So you'll get an ID and a lanyard that you'll have to have displayed every day. Ms. Jackson will help you with that if you're new to our campus or if you need a new ID. Don't worry, but that's a requirement as well. So that's our student safety agreement.
Just a reminder, when you're wearing your mask, it does need to be up over your nose and mouth. So just make sure everything's covered. So students who forget their mask or refuse to wear it appropriately or remove their mask will have their guardians contacted. So again, this is just for your safety, for everyone else's safety around you. We just want to be sure that you wear your mask appropriately. And we will have some extras on campus. So if yours, if the little elastic snaps or something goes on or you forget yours, we will have some available, okay? So don't depend on that daily. Just be sure to try to bring your own, but we will have some for you. If this becomes a repeated issue with you, like if you just feel like this is just something you can't do, you're just really struggling with wearing your mask appropriately, then we'll definitely have to have a discussion and just see what other options we'll have available for you, all right? Eating and drinking on campus. So obviously you'll have to remove your mask to eat and drink while in designated areas. So Most of this will happen outside, guys. So be sure that you're dressing in layers. The weather changes constantly, so you just never know if you might need a hoodie or a light jacket. So make sure that you dress in layers so that if the weather changes, you're prepared to be outside. For the most part, eating and drinking will not take place in classrooms. That is something that each of your teachers will discuss with you if they're going to allow a sip or something of that nature in their classroom. So just be prepared to have that discussion with each of your teachers. Looks like my video is going nuts. And now I'm frozen.
You're not frozen anymore. So specific teachers may allow you to sip water in your classroom. Others may ask you to step outside. Just remember to follow your teacher's directions and you'll be good.
Okay, again, just like Ms. Blea said, please bring your water bottles to campus. Don't forget to read all the safety signs. There are sanitizer stations throughout the campus. Be sure to wash and sanitize your hands frequently. Remain socially distanced when possible. But one of the most important things is if you're feeling sick, please stay home. If you feel like you've been exposed to someone with COVID, please stay home. And then just be sure to have your parents excuse your absence. Ms. Blea also covered wearing your ID badge. That's going to be super important. Ms. Jackson is going to provide you with that. So if you don't have an ID badge, that is something that we will have. Ms. Jackson will take care of all of that for you as soon as you get back to campus. Hallways and staircases are marked for one-way traffic flow. So again, just, follow the arrows, follow the signs, follow all the safety measures. It's for your protection as well as everyone else. Keep your hands washed, protect yourself, wear your mask, all of those good things. And most importantly, be kind.